channel. I'm Brianna, and before I get started with this June book haul, sorry I haven't been on YouTube. I went on a 2-week road trip across the United States with my grandma, and I had so much fun, hence the sunburn. I have quite a few things to unbox and some books to show you, and I bought 2 books on my cross-country road trip. First, I'm going to start out with the books I bought before I went on my road trip, so let's get into those. The first book I got was a gift from my mom. Got me The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Adahi. This is a retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights, I believe, and that's pretty much all I know. Quite a few of my friends have read it and have loved it. I went on a book trip the day before my trip, and I got these 2 books. I got Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. I love Katie McGarry, obviously, so I had to get her new book. It's Sons of Anarchy meets West Side Story. This book I got was Rook by Sharon Cameron. Now on to the books that I got on my trip. The first book I got was In Ohio, which, shout out to Rachel! I love Ohio. Fall With Me by Jay Lynn. I've already read this I bought the Kindle version. I pre-ordered the Kindle version, and I really liked this one, so I figured why not? Because she's changing them to mass market, I can start buying them now, so yeah, they still don't match, but you know, fuck it. And the next book I got while I was in Colorado. I found this bookstore I got was Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider, whatever. I know is that I think this girl's like a food tester for like poison. Time for the unboxing! Okay. This first unboxing, I know what it is. It's a piece of clothing, but it's book related. I entered the All Played Out Cora Carmack huge giveaway one, and this is 1/2 of the giveaway prize. It's in this, and it's summertime. I don't know why I chose this, but whatever. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Rusk football sweater. This next package is from a friend on Twitter. We traded books, and yeah, so she had some arcs that I was interested in, so I got them. Right. Did you want to take this any harder? Oh shit! Gotta take a thumbnail. The arc of Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Gier. I've always wanted to read Kirsten Gier, but I've never been interested in time travel. I think this is time travel. I See is Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. I've always wanted to read this. This is a suicide book, I believe, about a girl who tries to drive off a cliff. I haven't read a suicide book in quite a while, so I figured, you know, let's give this a try. Please don't start working. Please don't start working. Ride by Anna Banks. This is a recent release, I believe, and I've wanted to read it so bad. It sounds like a nice summer book. So I figured, let's just trade for the arc. And I did it. Yeah. Next package I have is from my friend Richard over from Richard Reads, or Richard Denny. He changes his name so much on here. But yeah, I already know what this is. I contacted him a while ago about this book because he was getting rid of it. And I wanted to, you know, have it for my collection because I own the rest of the books in hardcover except for the first. So he was like, okay, I'll send it to you. Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This is the first book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. I've already read this book, and I didn't own it in hardcover, so yay! Thank you so much, Richard. So much. I'm so excited to have this. The next piece of mail is from Cora Carmack. I'm so excited. One of these books are not mine. I'm giving away to a friend because she got me into Cora Carmack, and I figured, you know what, let's repay it by giving her a signed book. I see. Oh. The first book I see is all broke out. My God. To Brianna, Catch the Silas Virus. Oh girl, I already have it. Okay. If you haven't picked up Cora Carmack's books, I don't know what you're doing. I don't like her first series, but I love her Rusk University series, which is Rusk Football, you know, the thing I showed you. Love it so much. The next is All Played Out, which is my favorite book in the whole trilogy. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Let's see what she wrote in this one. She's gonna kill me. It is, of course, All Lined Up by Cora Carmack. And it says, to Brianna, no easy days. Cora Carmack. Look at the beauty. Oh my gosh, look at the fucking beauty. Packages from Amazon. I'm gonna go get a knife. Okay, got it open. Let's do this. The first book I see, hallelujah, I'm so excited to finally have this and maybe read it soon, is The Edge of Always by J.A. Redmersky. Wherever it is, this is the sequel to The Edge of Never, and I love that book. So I'm so excited to read this. They go to Alabama. This isn't as good as the first one, but I don't care because I love the characters. I'm so excited. So I know I'm gonna love it. The next book I see is a new adult book that I've been wanting to read since I've heard of new adult. And I never chalked up the balls to buy it until now because it was really cheap on Amazon. So I got Forgiving Lies by Molly McAdams. I'd be lying if I said the main reason I didn't get this is because he has a lip ring. Next book I see in here is a book I'm so fucking excited about, and that is The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torrey. This is about a girl who has the urge to kill, so she stays inside, and I think she's like a online sex moderator. The name is Hack Off My Big Cock. That's funny. I just wanted to get more into like that thriller type books because I don't read many thrillers. Last book I got is a tiny book. It goes with Forgiving Lies. It's a novella that was, you know, published in mass market paperback, and that is Changing Everything by Molly McAdams. A novella of the friendship, I guess, in Forgiving Lies. Well, next clip. I'll see you guys. So welcome back to my second part of my book haul. Just one thing before we get started. Sorry about the lighting. I'm filming again while it's storming, and I need my glasses on today because my eyesight is just really crappy today, and I can barely see what I'm filming with. An unboxing, and I have one book to show you that's already out of packaging, so let's get started. What were my hands just doing? So the first book I have to show you that isn't in a package is a book that was sent to me by Fuel and Friends, or Macmillan, and the book they sent me was Firewalker by Josephine Angelini. If you do not know, I got an arc of Trial by Fire last year and I read it and I absolutely loved it, like loved it. And they were kind enough to send me the sequel. Oh, I'm so excited to read this, though I cannot read it until I finish with my beta book that I'm reading. And yeah, so soon. I will get to this very soon. If you do not know what Trial by Fire is about, it's about a girl, Lily, who is very sick and she has a lot of allergies in the modern world, and then she gets transported to this other world where there's witches and everything, and she's the Queen Witch. She's the doppelganger, I believe, of a very powerful Queen Witch called Lillian, and there she teams up with, I guess you could call them rebels, Rowan, Tristan, and I believe somebody else, but I can't remember his name right now. And there's a little romance. The romance is so good, guys. Like, I can't even, like, I was kind of spoiled on this by myself. I spoiled myself, but I mean, oh well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm sporting a hangover right now. These glasses are not helping with the headache. Yeah, so this is a pretty rough second part to a book haul, so it's my own fault. I don't think I'm gonna drink ever again. The box I have is from Amazon. I already opened it because I don't have a knife in here, so I opened it out there, and the box is like falling apart. Like, look at that. I don't know, but yeah, I opened it. I haven't looked inside yet, but let's get started. Invoice. Nobody cares about that. So the first book I see in here is Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios. This came out last year, I believe, and I never picked it up because I never really had an interest in it, but then everybody who read it said it was so good, and I figured, you know what, it's time. And it was like $10 on Amazon, so I figured, you know, why not? This is about a girl, Nala, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'm not too sure, but I think she lives in a bottle, I'm not sure, but she serves a human master, and she doesn't really like this guy. And this other guy named Rafe comes along and decides, like, hey, I can free you, but we're sworn enemies. You need to trust me. And she finally, I guess, decides to trust him, but she has to, like, play secretive towards her human master to make sure she doesn't get enslaved or anything like that. I have no clue if I told that right, but yes, I'm really excited to read this. The book I see is Reviving Isabel by J.A. Redmersky. This is the sequel to Killing Sarai by J.A. Redmersky. I read Killing Sarai, sneak peek at a wrap up. I read it on my road trip and I absolutely loved that book. And I read it I read it after I ordered all of these, so I didn't even know if I was gonna like it, but I ordered all the sequels, which, kids, recommend you don't do that because I did that with the Succubus books and I hated Succubus by Rochelle Mead, so don't do that. Killing Sarai is a new adult romance, but the guy is an assassin and the girl is like enslaved in this like sex slave community. I don't know how you would call it, but yes, you'll hear more about my feelings towards the series in a wrap up, and I really, really, really love this series. The next book I see is it's not an impulse buy, but I bought it for one reason only. And that book is Amor Amor by Becca and Krista Ritchie. I've read Becca and Krista Ritchie before. I've read 2 of their books in the Addicted series, and I love them as authors. I love their characters. I love their plots. They're very, very complex new adult authors. And this is a new adult romance that takes place in a circus. Does that not sound amazing? But the main reason I bought it is because it's set in Las Vegas. That's the main reason I bought the actual physical copy, was because it's set in Las Vegas, and if you do not know, I just went to Las Vegas and I absolutely fell in love with it. I want to go back so, so, so bad. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. I'm hoping to relive it through this book. Next book I see is The Swan and the Jackal by J.A. Redmersky. This is the 3rd book in the Company of Killers series, and again, this is the 3rd book in the Killing Sarai, completion. I believe there's a love triangle, so I'm still gonna read it because I know J.A. Redmersky is a beautiful author and I have faith that she will execute it perfectly. Actually, I'm gonna say a synopsis because it's not gonna spoil anything from the other ones. This follows Frederick, and he has been in love with Serafina for God knows how long, and it's kind of like a love-hate relationship. Like, they're both assassins, and one day she disappears, but I believe he finds this girl that knows something about where she is, but she was caught in a fire, I think that was set by Serafina, and she has like burns and she can't remember anything and anybody, I guess, I don't know. And he keeps her locked away, kind of like gets information out of her, but with having her locked away so long, he gets feelings for her, but he's still kind of in love with Serafina, I believe. I don't know. It sounds so good. This is like the one love triangle book that I'm so pumped to read. The next book in my box of books is Seeds of Iniquity by J.A. Redmersky. This is the 4th book in the Company of Killers series. I believe this follows all the characters so far, I believe. I'm not too sure. I bought this not knowing that in July a 5th book was going to be released, so I don't know when I'll get the 5th book, but I know there's going to be a 5th and 6th book.
I know what my apple burned.
Okay, that's nice. Thanks, Britt, for that little piece of information. The next book I see is The Mistake by Ella Kennedy. Can you tell I was on a new adult physical buying kick? Spoiler alert for my wrap-up, I read The Deal by Ella Kennedy on my road trip and I freaking loved it, like loved it. There was little to no drama in it and I just, wow. This is The Mistake, the companion sequel to it, which follows Logan and Grace. Logan, I loved him so much, so I'm really excited to read this. And I bought this one physically because I like the cover more than I like the Deal cover. I don't know, I just think his abs look so much better. Wow, I'm so vain. The last and final book I have in my box of books is A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rose. This is the either spin-off or prequel series to Fallen Kingdoms, and you do not have to read Fallen Kingdoms in order to read this, and I've read the first 2 books of the Fallen Kingdoms series. I own the 3rd one, which is right here, and now I own the spin-off slash prequel. I don't know which it is. Contemporary meets fantasy, and I'm excited to see how it is, but I just have a little hesitation towards it. But Lainey said she had hesitation towards it, and she ended up really loving it, so I'm excited to see how I feel about it. Well, that was my second half of my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are all the books I got. They're all beautiful, and I'm so excited to read every last one of them, and I'm hopefully going to get to every one soon because I think this is the most exciting book haul I've had so far, where I'm actually excited to read every book, and I know I can get through these new adults pretty fast. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys later with another one.